It's always sad to hear that a former NBA player has passed away, as there was always at least one person that really looked up to them. Thankfully, many of them lived long enough to pass away from natural causes and were able to reflect on the impact that they made with their careers. When we hear that a basketball player has died young, it turns into a tragedy, even more so when they were still in the middle of their careers. This includes college players that had a big national impact and possible NBA careers in their future. Let's move forward with our video and have a look at the 10 great NBA players who shouldn't have died so soon. So let's begin. But before we proceed further, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button so that you won't be missing out on any future NBA content.
Are you all my personal dreams?
Number 10. Dennis Johnson. Johnson was actually one of the men responsible for the Boston Celtics and their success and had a couple of championships, even on a team that also featured Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, and of course, Larry Bird. Making 9 all-defensive appearances, 5 All-Star games, winning 3 rings, and earning 1 Finals MVP, DJ was a defensive specialist, even being called the best backcourt defender in NBA history by some guy named Magic Johnson. Sadly, he passed away at the age of 57 due to a heart attack while coaching the Austin Toros of the NBA D-League after spending 13 successful seasons in the NBA. Number 9. Manute Bol. Bol was one of the first ambassadors of African basketball in the NBA. At 7 foot 7 inches tall, completely forcing opposing players to change their shots due to his outstanding shot blocking ability with over 3 swats per contest in 9 seasons in the NBA. Manute was never a dominant player in any other aspect of the game, but just notice the fact that he actually averaged 3.3 blocks in less than 20 minutes per night, something that would translate to 6.4 per 36 minutes. Sadly, he died at the age of 47 due to problems with his kidney, but at least he had a full NBA career while also helping a lot of African ballers in Sudan, like Luol Deng for instance. Number 8. Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin died in 2007 after a car crash in Houston, Texas. The 7th overall pick in 2001 was just 25 years old. After a short but great career playing at Seton Hall University, Griffin declared for the draft and the New Jersey Nets selected him. The Nets subsequently traded him to the Houston Rockets, where he spent his first 2 seasons of his NBA career, averaging 8.7 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. Griffin earned selection to the NBA All-Rookie Second Team in 2002. He spent 3 seasons with the Minnesota Timberwolves from 2004 to 2007, posting an average of 5.7 points and 5.7 rebounds. Number 7. Drazen Petrovic. While most remember Drazen Petrovic from his time with the New Jersey Nets, he was a star in both Spain and Yugoslavia long before he joined the NBA and the Portland Trail Blazers in 1989. On some level, perhaps it's ironic that Petrovic got his start with the Trail Blazers. The 6'5" shooting guard was one of the first Europeans to make a successful transition into the NBA, and his play opened the doors for others such as Dirk Nowitzki and Pau Gasol. Petrovic finished his NBA career with the 3rd best three-point percentage in league history at 43.7%. Petrovic was inducted to the FIBA Hall of Fame in 2007, 14 years after he passed away in a fatal car accident on the Autobahn at the age of 28. Anthony Morrow, currently of the New Jersey Nets, honored Petrovic by wearing his jersey during the three-point shootout in the year 2012. Number 6. Malik Sealy. The first-round NBA draft pick in 1992 was Malik Sealy. He died in 2000 after a car crash. He was 30 years old. The Bronx, New York native played college basketball at St. John's University before the Indiana Pacers chose him with the 14th overall pick in 1992. In 2 seasons with the Pacers, Sealy averaged 6.1 points and experienced a 5-player move to the Los Angeles Clippers. Here, Sealy had his 3 best seasons, averaging 12.7 points per game and 3.4 rebounds. After spending a year with the Pistons, Sealy played his final 2 seasons in Minnesota before his death. The Timberwolves retired his number 2 jersey. Keep yourself tuned in as we discover 5 more great players with you all that left us too early. Hope you guys are enjoying the video, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do it now in order to make sure that you don't miss out on any future NBA content. Number 5. Jason Collier. Collier began his basketball career at Georgia Tech and played professionally for the Atlanta Hawks for 2 years after spending 3 years with the Houston Rockets. Collier was selected by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2000 NBA draft and was traded immediately to the Houston Rockets. He started 44 games for Atlanta in 2004 and 5, but his best year was in 2003, in which he averaged 11.3 points and 5.6 rebounds per game. The center was actually a second-team All-Conference choice in the 1998-99 and 1999 and 2000 seasons for the Yellow Jackets. During his college tenure, he compiled a scoring average of 17.1 points and 8.3 rebounds over 55 games. In 2005, Jason Collier died from a sudden heart rhythm disturbance caused by an abnormally enlarged heart. He died after having trouble breathing at his home. Number 4. Len Bias. It has been 35 years since Len Bias's death, a promising young player who was already drafted with the 2nd pick overall by the Boston Celtics in the 1986 NBA draft. The Celtics thought Bias was their future, as they often compared him to Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan. That was not a blatantly wrong prediction, though, as Bias was an All-American at Maryland. The 6'8", 195-pound forward averaged 23.2 points and 6.8 rebounds a game during his college career. 2 days after he was drafted, Bias celebrated really hard. He went to the campus about 10 p.m. on June 18th and became a party animal with cocaine. Some said they used maybe as much as half a cup of cocaine. Bias and his friends David Gregg, Terry Long, and Brian Lee did cocaine from 3:30 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. Bias died from drug overdose that same day. Number 3. Pete Maravich. Pistol Pete is without a doubt one of the most gifted offensive players, dribblers, and playmakers in NBA history, averaging 24 points per contest and scoring in a variety of ways while also making outstanding plays on both ends of the floor due to his handling ability. He played basketball until the very last day of his life, passing away due to a heart attack after a pickup game at the age of 40, leaving behind a lot of highlights and, of course, an inspiration for younger guards that wanted to dribble and pass like Pistol Pete, like Jason Williams, for instance. Number 2. Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain went down as perhaps the most dominant player in NBA history due to his outstanding physique and his sick averages, completely owning both glasses and earning 71 different NBA records. Like most points scored in a game and more rebounds per game through his entire career. Still, Wilt the Still also died of a heart condition after completely owning the game through his entire career on a nightly basis, averaging over 30 points per game and more than 22 boards per contest, as well as making the league even change the dimensions of some areas of the court to make Wilt's game more fair. Seeing a bunch of tall and strong guys march all over the court may convince you that they're so full of life and fit even in the face of death, but that's far from the truth. The list of deceased NBA players isn't huge, but too heartbreaking for many to accept that some came with sky-high promises and ended up nowhere close to them. Not all of these people were remembered very well these days, but fans are still interested in knowing how the league lost those potential souls before they could show what they were made of. Number 1. Kobe Bryant.
Everything you know is in your mind.
Kobe Bean Bryant was an American professional basketball player. As a shooting guard, Bryant entered the National Basketball Association directly from high school and played his entire 20-season professional career in the league with the Los Angeles Lakers. Bryant won many accolades: 5 NBA championships, 18-time All-Star, 15-time member of the All-NBA team, 12-time member of the All-Defensive team, 2008 NBA Most Valuable Player, 2-time NBA Finals MVP winner, widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. At 9:45 a.m. on January 26, 2020, a helicopter crashed and began burning into the side of a mountain in Calabasas, about 30 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. Bryant, his daughter, and the other 7 occupants were killed. Initial reports indicated that the helicopter crashed in the hills above Calabasas in a heavy fog. Witnesses reported hearing a helicopter struggling before crashing. So which player among all do you miss the most? Let us know your answer in the comment section down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you've liked it, and do hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any interesting video from now on.